Fellow citizens and residents, in Antigua and Barbuda and certain parts around the world, we celebrate and honor the most precious of individuals in our lives, our mothers. Well-known author Washington Irving adequately describes the women whom we all honor today in this way. He says, and I quote, "A father may turn his back on his child. Brothers and sisters may become inveterate enemies, may desert their wives, wives their husbands, but a mother's love endures through all." End of quote. Wherever you are today, be it at work providing for your family or at home, I extend wishes for a blessed Mother's Day and hold fast to the hope that you will hold fast to your responsibility to nurture your children to be loyal and model citizens of this country of ours. To those mothers who also carry out the roles of both mother and father to their children, the government commends you for your efforts in holding the family together. It is my prayers at this time that fathers will resume their roles of securing the order and structure of the family. My government's desire is for fathers to fully recognize their importance in the home and, by extension, society. Fathers must give total and undivided support to mothers in the care of their children. Our mothers and women, in general, are the backbone of the society and economy of Antigua and Barbuda. They are a critical part of the labor force in nearly every sector of the economy. Many are breadwinners for their families and a precious national resource that we must nurture and protect. Above all, they are not only our mothers, but our sisters, wives, aunts, cousins, and friends. On this Mother's Day, our attention is turned to the continued fight against the abuse of our mothers and women. It is a sad fact, therefore, that, as reported by the United Nations Population Fund, around the world, 1 in every 3 women has been the victim of physical, sexual, or some other form of abuse. Today, I lend my voice as Prime Minister to the campaign to end violence against our mothers and women, and to highlight the problem as one which constitutes a fundamental violation of human rights. The United Progressive Party government remains committed to gender equality and to the protection and empowerment of our women. Our record of performance demonstrates this. We have adopted, ratified, and implemented various international conventions that protect the rights of our women, which we regard seriously. We have provided and will continue to provide the police with equipment and training to solve crimes against our mothers and women in particular and society in general. We introduced the Evidence Act, which allows for DNA evidence, witness protection, and electronic surveillance to fight serious crime, including rapes and physical abuse. On this important day, my solemn pledge to our mothers and the women of Antigua and Barbuda is to redouble my own efforts under the will and work of the government to do everything possible to ensure their safety, security, and continued development. It is also my pledge, and that of the United Progressive Party administration, to continue to develop programs and policies geared towards empowering our mothers, particularly our teenage and single mothers. All of our mothers deserve our care and attention. On this Mother's Day, my wife Jackie and I remember those mothers in Nigeria and other mothers around the world who are in pain due to their children being abducted or lost to war, famine, and child labor. For my wife Jackie and me, as we think about the horror of those mothers in Nigeria losing their daughters, we think about our daughter Janine University and the thought of her entire future, her aspirations, and the promise she holds for a better Antigua and Barbuda being taken away from her bring us to tears. We can imagine the heartbreak that these mothers are experiencing and ask you, the people of Antigua and Barbuda, to pray for these Nigerian mothers and for the safe return of their daughters. Today, I also call on all Antiguans and Barbudans to join your government in protecting our mothers and women. Let us all subscribe to what one unknown author wrote as the Bill of Rights of our mothers and women, where it is stated that, and I quote, "Our women have the right to be women and mothers. They have the right to love and be loved. They have the right to be human, not perfect. They have the right to make decisions that affect them. They have the right to grow and change. This includes changing their minds. Our women and mothers have the right to be treated with respect and the right to be safe." To every mother and to every father who plays the role of a mother, I dedicate the words of Rudyard Kipling in his poem, "Mother of Mine," to you. If I were hanged on the highest hill, I know whose love would follow me still. If I were drowned in the deepest sea, I know whose tears would come down to me. If I were damned of body and soul, I know whose prayers would make me whole. Mother, O mine, O mother, O mine. A happy Mother's Day to all of our mothers, and may our fathers join with our mothers and build strong families that rely on our Christian principles of love and respect for each other. May God bless us all. May God bless Antigua and Barbuda.